Nightwing Witch here. I am coming to y'all to try and put up videos again on my channel. I tried doing it through my computer, but I cannot get it to connect to YouTube. So I am going to redo, like 4 videos that I've already done, because it won't hook up to YouTube. So this is going to be my first video for this channel. I had videos once before, but I did take them down. I feel like I'm repeating myself over and over and over again, but that's the way it goes, I guess, sometimes. Anyways, so I decided to take all the videos off the channel that I had once before. I will go back and redo and revisit a lot of those. It's just something that I felt like I wanted to do, just kind of start over, refresh, get a new start on. So that's what I'm doing. A little bit about myself. I have been practicing for 5 years. I have been working with Hecate for, it seems like, 2 years. Maybe 3. I don't remember on that. 2 or 3 years. My favorite colors are black and green. Bats are my favorite animal. I like almost anything with bats. You'll see bats everywhere. There's another one. There's another one. There's one right there. I'm sure I think there's one right there. Yeah, I've got bats everywhere. That's my favorite animal. I believe one of my spirit animals as well. I do have 2 tattoos. I've got one here. Can't see. And then I've got one right there. There's another one. The bat with the cake is because I used to decorate cakes. I used to bake. I still like to bake every once in a while. And cupcakes are a thing that I do most often now, just because of the way the roads are, and they're easier, they're faster, they're quicker. You know, I did cakes for about 3 years. I would go to work, get off work, and then on the weekends is when I would bake and decorate cakes. And I did that for, I think it was about 3 years, maybe 4 years. I don't remember exactly. You'll find that I don't remember a lot of things. Unfortunately, that's just part of who I am. So, I know that butterflies are part of my totem animals, just like otters are part of my totem animals as well. I don't remember if I mentioned that green and black were my favorite colors. Like I said, I've done this video so many times, I don't remember what I've said in each one, just because the computer doesn't want to download it. So I'm going through my phone this time. So I'm hoping it's not too grainy. I'm hoping. So we'll see. Let's see, my favorite herb would be probably rosemary. And then my favorite spice would be clove. I do use clove in almost everything that I do, because, you know, every witch, practitioner, whatever the case, has a certain herb or spice, I believe, that they gravitate towards and use a lot more than others. And for me, that is definitely clove. What else can I say? I do like to make tools. I like to bake. I like to decorate. I like to cook. I like to do all of that. And I'm hoping to bring a bunch of that to my channel as well, instead of keeping it one specific thing, you know, one specific genre like witchcraft. I want to expand the horizon, so to speak, and show the world what witches do from a day-to-day basis as far as their own hobbies and crafts and things like that. You know, and show that we are not evil, horrible people, and that we don't work with the devil and all of those kinds of things, because I don't know about you, but devil does not is not in my terminology. It is not in my practice, and I just don't even acknowledge it. I did start off as a Christian. I then went to kind of Christian witchcraft, and I now consider myself kind of eclectic. I do still use archangels in my practice, as far as calling them in as my quarters, representations of the earth, air, fire, and water. I do use Jesus in some of my rites. I do use the Bible in some of my practice as well, like my protection oils and things. I will read Psalms 91 over it. I don't follow the Christian path any longer, but I do use certain aspects of it because, I mean, let's face it, why not? You know, I am eclectic, so it's something that I've used in the past, and it kind of helps me remember kind of where I came from in a way. So, nothing bad against Christians or anything of that nature. It's just it wasn't right for me in my spiritual growth, I guess you could say. So that's why, and I've always kind of been led kind of on this path anyways, without really realizing it until I actually started. Went to Salem, Massachusetts, and from then on out, it's when I came into it and started doing it and everything full force. I know back in grade school, I used to tell kids that I was gonna put a curse on them and hex them and all this fun stuff because they would make me mad. So I would tell them this, and then sure enough, they would have to go sit on the wall. I got in trouble for that on more than one occasion, but it's in the past. I didn't even know what witchcraft was yet, or what it even... I had no idea what a witch was, really, at that time. And I think it was in maybe the 5th grade, 4th grade, 3rd grade, somewhere in there. And then I got up into junior high. I studied a lot into Egyptology. I wish I still retained a lot of that knowledge that I had back then, but unfortunately I have lost a lot of that. I've got the books and things where I studied it, so eventually I'll probably get back into that again. And I used to write in hieroglyphics, almost in a scroll form, wrap them up and stick them in my locker for protection. I did that back in junior high. I used to do artwork in junior high that had pentagrams and roses and books of shadows and just all those kinds of gothic-y, kind of witchy aspects to it. And there was more than one thing I did back then. Here again, I did not exactly know what a witch was. I didn't know what the practice was or anything like that. I then got out of school and progressed through my happy little life. I got the chance to go to Salem, Massachusetts. Finally, I had saved up for it, and since then, like I said, it's when I started, and have been involved in it ever since. So, can't really think of too much. I guess I could go over my favorite stones as well. My favorite stones is labradorite and purple amethyst. Purple amethyst being my birthstone anyway. Seahorses are my favorite sea critter. I can't think of anything else at this point in time that I want to add, so I think I'm going to cut it off here, end it here, and get this uploaded, and try and work on a few more videos. So until next time, many blessings.